Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Bob's Wood Shop. Hey, I'm going to teach you today on how to make a poor man's pen press. So if you put pens together, you can buy these from multiple sources. These range from anywhere from like $55 to $100. And if you don't really want to spend that money, there are alternative ways in order to use your lathe in order to make that a pen press. So what I'm going to show you how to do is make this piece and also this Morse taper that could fit in here. Now what you could do is make two of these or two of these or one of each. And I'm going to show you how to make each one of them, and I'm going to show you how to put a pen together. We can make our own, and what I want to do is make a couple Morse tapers. And I'm going to put one here and I'll put one over here so that we can crank this up and use the lathe as the pen press. So first thing I want to do is put a little tenon on here. Now whenever you're going to put any lateral pressure on a piece of wood like this, you really don't want the wood bottomed out on the chuck. So I'm just going to create a tenon here and then we're going to reverse chuck this. Okay, so the main thing here is I don't want this length to be longer than the chuck jaws. The main thing we're trying to avoid, like I said, is to have this surface on that surface, because if that happens, it's very unstable. And if you put lateral pressure on here, there's a real good chance it's going to fall out and hit you in the face. And don't ask me how I know that. I've seen that happen to some of our club members. And it actually happened to me one time, so I'm very cautious about putting that tenon on. Next thing I got to do is go ahead and round this, and I'm going to do that with my bowl gouge, and I'm sorry, with my spindle roughing gouge. Let me get. Always wear your face shield. We're gonna have some chips flying now. Oh, I love that sound. Again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be creating a Morse taper on here, okay? So I'm going to start this in a conical shape. Okay. So how the heck do you make a Morse taper? I'm going to take two dimensions, one at the bottom. I'll try and duplicate this as close as possible. Watch your sleeves. It's not a good idea to reach over the. It's not a real good idea to reach over the lathe with your sleeves, with any loose sleeves or loose clothing. Okay. Then at the top of the taper, it's a little bit bigger. There's probably a formula to do this, but you might as well just measure it off of an existing taper that you've got. So it's going to be right about there. Okay, and then from here, all I gotta do is connect those 2 points. I'm going to go ahead and sand this off. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and part this off. Okay, instant Morse taper. I got a little bit of slope on that, not exactly flat, but I think it's going to work. Let's see. Let's see if it... Okay, not bad, not bad. So let's drill a little hole in here. Next thing I'm going to do is make a piece that's going to fit over the another existing either drive or live center. Okay. Again, I don't want to be putting this in here. I want to cut a tenon here and then reverse chuck this. Turn this around and round it off. Always do this, guys. If this block of wood hits you in the face, you would know it. You have a big black eye or a cut lip, possibly a trip to the hospital. Okay. Now, ideally, you'd like to get a drive or a live center that the drill bit is exactly that outside diameter. Let's see. This bit is close. Okay, when you drill on the lathe, go slow. On this pulley setting, the slowest this goes is 1,000. I'd recommend 500 or 600. Close that is. I think this bit is slightly narrower. Ooh, that might work. I'd like to have a pressed fit here. we're going to reverse. We're going to put this in here. Put a little hole in there for the nib. Okay, so perhaps you can see where I'm going with this. We're going to have the hammer here, the anvil here. We put a new drill bit in. The old Jacob's chuck. Okay. All right, so now we got a hammer and an anvil. Now we have the ability to press a pen. Now I could have made two of these and had one on each side, but I wanted to show you another way in case you were not comfortable making a Morse taper, even though that was real easy. So this is another way to do it. All right, let's make a pen. Okay, now we're set up. Again, we can do this a couple different ways. We could use this as the anvil, either on an existing Morse taper or in your chuck. Now, one thing I would strongly recommend whenever you're putting pens together is have some kind of receptacle, especially on this setup. When I'm usually doing this, I'm doing it on my bench with a little tray to hold all the pieces. Okay, so that's a 1. Now we're going to put the transmission in. Again, be very careful holding this up on the lathe like this. But this is a way, very inexpensively, to make a pen press. Okay, and the center band. Oops. The actual center band, not one of your bushings, Bob. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay. Let's work on the pocket clip in the top. Again, another great opportunity to have all these parts fall on the floor. Oops. I'll go this way on this one. Okay, so there you have it. The poor man's way to put a pen together. And again, you make your own Morse taper. You can probably don't even have to do the Morse taper. You could do one of these on either side. One of these, two of these, one of these, two of these, whatever you want. So hopefully that helps and saves you a little bit of money. And we'll go from there. So thanks for tuning in today. Thank you.